Again, I'm talking to my friend David Dayen, DaveDayen.com, on Twitter at DDayen. Before I let you go, we want to circle around to actually one more story here. We've talked about presidential candidates. I want to talk about, she's not a presidential candidate, but Elizabeth Warren. You actually wrote for New Republic an article about how Elizabeth Warren is actually trying to push Hillary Clinton to stop the sort of revolving door that goes on in D.C. Where we were talking about earlier in this interview how Eric Holders goes from corporate lawyer to attorney general back to corporate lawyer in no time flat. Tell us about what Elizabeth Warren wants Hillary to do.
Right. This was the day before all of the Michigas at Netroots Nation. Elizabeth Warren gave a speech on Friday, and in that speech, she, for the first time, really engaged with the presidential election. And specifically, she took this bill that Tammy Baldwin and Elijah Cummings put together and introduced last week that would tighten this revolving door. It would basically ban payments by financial services companies to their executives if they go into government service, which is a real thing, that they give bonuses, golden parachutes for government service, which enables executives who make a lot less money in the public sector to justify going in there and then protecting their buddies in the private sector. It would also extend the cooling off period between government and government and Wall Street, the financial sector, and it would also force recusals for any former financial sector executive on any business that might affect that company in terms of their regulatory or policy-making processes while in government. So it's a fairly stiff bill, and basically what Warren said is that any presidential candidates should be able to accept this and put it into their platform. And Martin O'Malley came out almost right away and said that not only am I doing this, I have a detailed plan, and here it is. Sanders has not yet said where he would be on that, and Hillary hasn't at all. And it was pretty clear to me from the speech is that Warren was challenging Hillary Clinton to come up with a staff in the executive branch that doesn't entirely come from Wall Street. And, that's an important issue where she can engage, especially because she'll still be in the Senate and in a position to confirm or deny these particular executive branch members when they come up for confirmation. So she actually has some power behind this as well. So I thought it was a very interesting moment. She engaged on the point that personnel is policy, that our policy is only as good as the people implementing it and the people monitoring it and the people overseeing it. And I think that's something that progressives need to internalize.
Absolutely. And even going back to what we were saying before, considering that very likely, even if a Democrat wins the presidency, most likely the House of Representatives are still going to be a Republican House. Most likely, this is some area where progressives really should be pushing for what is the executive actually going to do on day one, because this is stuff that there is no actual limit, there's no restrictions on what they actually can do. They can actually get a lot done as an executive from the beginning of the presidency when they're sworn in.
Yeah, it's absolutely true that who you choose to put these things in place matters. I mean, Warren herself in that speech said, imagine how we would have reacted to the financial crisis if Joe Stiglitz and Robert Reich were in the main positions of power and not Larry Summers and Tim Geithner. So, that would be a very different conversation. And so I think she's spot on with this. And I hope that this is used as an organizing tool to pressure all of the presidential candidates into agreeing with this stance that our regulatory positions and our executive branch positions are not for sale to Wall Street.